Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Venitia, and today I want to make a reading about your ex. Okay, we are going to see what is this person up to. Okay, so if it doesn't resonate 100%, it's okay. Take what resonates, leave out the rest. I just want to see here how your other person, the person of the past, is doing right now, so you have an idea of what is going on in his life. If you still have some protection to do in order to protect yourself from him. If he still could hurt you, we are going to see. First, I'm going to cut this tarot and we'll see if it talks about him. So we have the Chariot, so this is a man, and we have the Moon. So this person possibly, is going in a foreign country or ghosted you. It's a person of the past with the Moon. There is a distance, could be geographically. This person is no contact for quite a long time. Yeah, I should have said, I had in mind doing this for a person and you are not in contact for quite some time. So let's see now how this person is doing. We're going to take a first card and see what he's being up to right now. And we've got the Hermit. So this person is looking back at his past, looking for clues, lesson, possibly in a crisis. He's thinking about a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things going on in his mind. He's not the young spring chicken anymore. He's the Hermit. So experience and temperance, we've got healing. So definitely no contact for quite some time. These are two cards that could mean he is alone, because of all the hurt he has done. Now there is no longer people cheering on him. He used to be quite popular, I believe, with the Chariot. So that's the way how he sees himself. But nowadays with the Hermit and temperance, he is having some kind of backfire. This is elderly, and we've got the Wheel. So this could mean he is tackling possibly with the idea of should I change something, or what is always happening to me. He could be bitter here because the Wheel has been backfiring in this direction. So all the good and all the bad, especially the bad, is coming back now right into his face. And so we've got the Emperor. So we've got no woman right here. So this could be a guy who, with the Emperor, it's his way or the highway. The Emperor can be quite stubborn in his way. So maybe he is revisiting the past, but he's rewriting his history, like he is right, and he's not exactly learning from it because he sees everything under his own point of view. I don't see, even though there is the Wheel, that he is changing his way, even though sometimes he would say, I just tried everything. But that is not entirely true. With the Wheel of Fortune, I feel like this has been backfiring right in his face. Okay, so the Hermit is with, the Magician. So he's looking younger days, possibly thinking, if I could turn back time, what would I change? And all the problems that he has in his life are back into childhood. Temperance and the Empress means someone is far away in his thought, but there is no one next to him. And on the Wheel, I'm going to take two cards. So we have the Devil and we have the Fool. So there is some kind of madness in his life. He's not exactly taking any responsibilities for all the hurt that he has done. It's always problematic. So this guy is having troubles in relationship, definitely. With the Devil and the Wheel, it's always the same problems all over again that are starting, and then he goes away, or something goes wrong. And on the Emperor, we've got the Lovers and we've got the Chariot. So this person is possibly thinking, should I go back to someone? He is thinking about all past relationships and what was right and what was wrong in this relationship, and he's possibly, because he feels alone and deserted. Maybe you're thinking about sending a message out there and thinking, why not? Maybe there is a possibility for me to change. But he's basically thinking, if I had to do it all over again, what would I change? What went wrong? But I don't think that he's having any remorse or anything. This probably is a very materialistic kind of person with the Emperor, not very spiritual. He lacks spirituality in his life. Okay, now I'm going to take this other deck, and we are going to see about, his life, his moves. Okay, I'm going to give it a good shuffle. Okay, so we've got the home, the house, the home, okay, and we've got violence. So possibly this is something that is going back to his childhood. He comes from a home where there was a lot of violence, or he put a lot of violence in the home. There is also work. Could possibly someone very invested in work and not so much into the home life. I sense that when it comes to work, this is a person who is very much invested in work. Work works fine for him, okay? And the home is violent. This is always the place of big, huge drama, okay? And he is thinking, why is this always like that? So kind of victimizing himself when he's actually the one who has been, hurting people. So we've got work, and we've got abundance, and we've got the woman, the devoted one, the one who is caring, the caring wife, the caring woman. So there is a saying that says you are rich when you, as a man, have, a woman who is caring next to you. Then you are rich. And, with the Hermit and Temperance, there is a sense of being poor here in those matters, because he doesn't have anybody, because as soon as someone understands how his brain works, emotionally, this person is not very giving, he takes, but it doesn't give back. So this is a problem that is coming all over, and we've got seduction. So this guy likes to be seen as a hotshot or someone, he likes popularity. He wants people to cheering on him, not necessarily having many women, but he likes to be popular. So definitely we have the Man card. So with this deck, we are going to see further about him. So sacrifice. So there is some kind of ritual here. Maybe this guy has been tackling with dark energies, victimizing himself though. Could possibly also, he's not in a good place right now. We've got the mistake card. So he's thinking about all the mistakes that he has done, okay? So he also made the mistake for some of them, okay? May not resonate with everyone, but for some of them, they have been making some rituals in order to hurt some people who left him, who, he thought they were doing him wrong. So we've got the Alpha. So because of his mistake, he has to start at 1. Meaning he has to start things all over again. Of course, alpha and man, you can think about alpha male here. So work, money, material things. But basically this has been all backfiring, and he has to start all over again. And he wants to, he wants to see himself as, someone who makes it. We've got elevation. So this could be the sign of someone who is very ambitious, but it is always, to me also, whatever you do comes back to you 100 times more. So elevation means if you're doing bad, it's gonna come back at you, but elevate it. So you're going to pay more. Okay, necessity, the need. So this is a person who is, you've got karma with this card, okay? So the strings of karma, Yes, and you've been doing wrong, it's going to come back at you, you know, again and again and again, and with more and more and more to pay, you know. He's been tackling with the wrong energies here, and something has been growing inside of him, maybe bitterness, maybe, you know. So we've got the paper. So he's currently doing paper stuff, paperwork. Maybe he's thinking about writing something. And we've got the blessing. So this means that you are protected. It's like you are rebuking all these toxic energy. You know, it's like it's done for you and you are being blessed. It's like this hand is protecting you and keeping all the bad at bay from that person. He's paying back. So this is understanding. This person is trying to break free from his own mental state. Okay, understanding why things are always turning this way. So this could be a guy very much into his mind, you know, not enough in the heart, but he's trying to understand why things are always playing that way. We've got the world card. We are the world. So he's trying to understand why he came to the world. What is his place in the world? What is he doing? He's trying to look at the past and understand the role that people have played in his life and the role that he has played into people's life, you know. And also there is some kind of a wheel into that. So again, this idea of karma, that everything that you do comes back to you. So we have the possibilities. So there is also a sense of departure for that, but he's tackling with the idea to get back at you. We've got the lovers card. So you see possibilities, lovers. So maybe he's tackling with the idea, and if I come back, is there any possibility for the two of us to talk, for the two of us to get a better understanding of what happened? You know, is it possible just to start maybe again, you know, a conversation at least? And so this person is exhausted. You know, we've got the wheel of karma again. Okay, this is change actually. So changing is place in the world, changing is view on the world. And we've got exhaustion. He realizes that he is exhausted. The way he plays with people, the way he's placing himself into other people's life, it always ends up with him being exhausted, because it's always like bad things are coming to him, because people leave him, because he is just not a good person to be around with. So he's trying to, you know, we've got abundance. So again, we had with the devoted caring wife, we had abundance. So what is being abundant? But that's way too many cards, so I'm going to shuffle again. Could be a person very interested in money. Okay, so I don't think that he is lacking money right now. It's more like he's lacking in matters of the heart, in emotional. And this person has a very strong ego as well. Doesn't like to be put back into place. Yes, we have the rebel card. So doesn't like authority, like I just said. And there is something that has to be healed inside of him. So he's possibly not in the best state right now, because he understands that what he had done comes back to him. So it's not like he fully understands things and everything is cool with him. On the contrary, but there is something very strong about his ego that he has to heal. So we are going to see healing and mistakes. Whether that person has been already healing from his mistake, or whether there is still work to do. Because I sense that this person is not over yet. He is still into the learning process. And I sense some kind of a bad streak. It's always the fault of the woman of some kind. And you see, we've got disease And we've got the evil card with that fire, like fire lashing on to someone. Whenever the situation is picture perfect, this person says or do bad things. It's like there is something rotten inside of that person, you know, and he has to learn from that, because each and every time it's the same bad case scenario that is playing again. He has to learn from that, and the situation and the lesson will come again and again and again and again in his life if he doesn't look at his own mistake honestly, you know, the raw way. If he doesn't lie to himself, if he doesn't sustain, you know, the effort. But to me, he is sort of feeding the illusion that he is right and people were doing him wrong. He sees that the other way, you know, like projection. He says other people are bad, I am the good guy. That is not the truth, okay? He has been doing a lot of wrong to many people, and his brain is kind of, and his heart, you know, there is something definitely, and he doesn't like to be seen. He takes it as an humiliation if someone says that to him, honestly. Okay, we've got ruin. So all of his projects right now are being destroyed. Okay, he tried to build something, but as I said, it's coming back at him. It backfires. This is the ruin. So he has been through something where he had all his hopes that went down. Okay, it went all up in smoke. Okay, we've got money. So this person is very materialistic, very centered around money. I don't think, even though he's got luck with money, there have been some troubles here. He's been associated. We've got negotiation. We've got those many crows here. He trusted some wrong people, and I think that he had some money problem here, you know. Not that he's doing all bad, but, you know, you see we've got elevation. So some troubles here with the news card and elevation. And we've got lack of fortune, poverty, and the low here, okay? There could be some legal stuff going on. So I think he has been losing money because of some partner, maybe in business or something, but ruin and the money, you know, there is some money loss here. So he has to cut loose certain things here. Maybe he has to sell certain things. Maybe he has been hiring a lawyer, but you see departure. He wants to leave something behind here, you know. And that's the way he usually reacts when he's been caught up doing something wrong, you know, like the devil and the fool that we had previously. When someone is catching him up doing wrong, he goes away, you know, he flies away. So departure, I think, yeah, he might have trust here, you know. For once, it's the other way around. He lost money, because I think that before, business wise, he was you know, making money using other people around him. But here I feel like maybe there are some troubles because he trusted the wrong person, and we have the heal card. So this means that you have to heal from this relationship. He has to heal as well. And that person, in order to heal, we've got a line at the back of the deck. So as long as this person is not aligning and seeing himself as he truly is, he cannot heal. So this is the process that he is into right now. He is into healing. He has to fully understand the process is not finished, but you might get some news from that person, because I think that for some of them, it's like he sees you as a part of his process of healing, you know, that if he gets you back, he's going to be healed. It's like you are the cure. But no, he has to understand that he has to cure himself, and that you are not the medication. So you have to be very careful, because now I think that a lot of you understood what was going on with that person, and you are trying to heal yourself, and you don't want to be with that person anymore, and that it is over. But I understand you felt once like you were healing, that person. But that person is very broken, and now you have to protect yourself. You have to heal yourself. I think the process is, you are in a much better place now than this person. So think about sharing, liking, subscribing, as this helps the channel a lot. I'm not the only YouTuber out there. So thank you very much for listening, and I'll see you tomorrow with another reading. Bye for now.